To all. My name is Ahmad, and today we are going to debate on a topic that does God exist or not? Okay, so I believe that I 100% believe that God exists.
So, good morning to all of you. Good morning. My name is Kajal, and I personally don't believe in God because I think that God does not exist.
So I will give you some reference that God exists or not. We can see all around us that everything is has not created automatically. There is someone who has created all these things, like human being and mammals and plants and everything, even our atmosphere. So why do you not believe?
Have you any scientific proof that God exists?
Okay. If science does not proved yet, it doesn't mean God does not exist, right? Let's suppose before 200 or 300 years ago, people were not aware that there is another planet except God. People were not knowing about another planet or stars. They were knowing there is only one planet about Earth. It doesn't mean another planet was not existing at that time, because science was not uh, proved, and science was not developed at that time.
Science is much developed now, and if the scientists want to prove it, and if it really exists, then they can prove that God exists actually. But why are they don't doing that?
You tell me some reasons why God does not exist. Look at
Uh,
the camera. Yes.
God, I does not believe in God because there is no proof that God exists. There is no photograph. Even we don't know that he is male or female. There is no picture, or there is nothing that can prove that God exists actually.
You mean to say if science has not proved that God exists or not, so you don't believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we don't have any pictures or any videos or anything else, right? So this is not a providence, I think. God has no picture, right?
Yeah.
In any religion, if you study about your religious book, you will find there is no any picture of God, right?
Then why there is no picture of God? Why we create statues, or why we create the pictures of God? According to our mentality, we think that God exists. I also know that there is something which exists. It may be a soul, or it may be a kind of smoke. I don't know what's that. But how can I believe if there is no evidence?
If you don't believe that, it doesn't mean God does not exist. Okay, we all are created by God. And God, if you have you ever studied about your religious book? Ever studied? But I studied. And God has already said that people will not believe upon me because I don't have, because there is no pictures of mine. There is no I can not you cannot see me even. If we can see see God, then what means of God?
Have you ever seen God?
I don't ever seen God, but I believe 100% believe that God exists.
Okay, if you
We cannot. There is thousands of things which we cannot see. It doesn't mean they don't exist.
That means you want to say that God is a feeling. It's a kind of feeling which we can feel.
God is not only feeling.
Then God is what?
God is the creator of all the universe.
How can you tell that God is a creator?
Because God said that I am the only one creator.
Who told you that
I have
something?
studied my book,
Okay.
and you should too also.
Then how can you believe how can you believe that the created things like atmosphere, trees, animals that was created by God? How can you believe? And who is God?
You are repeating one again and again same question, and I am already saying that God has created everything, and He says in religious book, and you should to study it
Why all thing is created by God?
because God is the creator. It is only one who has power to create everything. We don't have.
Do you have some other points?
No, sir.
My name is Ujala Kumar. I am in favor of Kajal. Like he said, God is creator. Just because I have read in book, so I have a question. Can he give me the proof, or can he tell me who has written that book? Upon that book, he is believing that God is a creator, and there is mentioned that even I know God is saying in that book, I know that people will not believe on me because I don't look. I am disappear. So I want to know what is the authentication of that book you are giving reference to us.
First of all, if I give you reference, you will not believe. This is that book I have studied about the Holy Quran. This is the language of God, right? And which is revealed by Jibreel. You may have heard about Gabriel, right? Upon our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And he has retained this book, and even he was not able to write. He used to say another companion that write it, what is revealed by God.
Done. Okay.
I have preference.
Whatever you just named it. Again I will ask same question. Like you are giving reference that man. I don't know the name.
You can't debate with me until you don't study about religious book.
So again my question is same. What is the authentication of that religious book? I mean, who has written that authentication book so that I can believe upon that book? That's my question.
Okay, good morning to all of you. This is Priyanka, and I am in the favor of that God exists in this universe. So, as he said, we studied a book, and in that book there is written like God exists. So, we like someone written in that book. Okay, so for reading the book, we have to think, right? We have to sense something, we have to think something. That's why we have written like there is no one, like there is no any human being who can create something, who can think, who can sense anything. Okay, have you ever like seen if our hands, and if like something happen with us, like sometimes our hands and skins are cut with something, it automatically yes. Why it happen? Okay, why it happens? Like because our body doing something, right? But why our body doing something? Okay, because it is created by something. Okay, it is happening. Like if I talk about nature, like air is blowing automatically. We can not do anything to blow the air, right? We cannot give order to sun or moon to rise on the time. They are doing their work automatically. It happens automatically. So we can say like something happened automatically, that there is no one who created this kinds of thing. So why it happened? Okay, like we are speaking. Okay, we are seeing to each other, like we have eyes, we have to we have think about everything, we have to create something, but we don't create eyes, we don't create senses. Like something like I have many times seen like many of the women senses like in vegetables, like there is a lack of salt, right? So they can sense even salt taste. How can they feel? Because of something right? Because our body sense, but
They can sense or they taste it.
no sir, without tasting they can sense, okay, but we cannot create anything that sense. Okay, we just created a robot. Okay, they work like a human being, but they don't think like human being. Okay, they cannot feel, they cannot have feeling, they cannot understand what is love, what is hate. Okay, and if I talk about believing system now, like there is many things who can there is many things that we cannot touch but we believe, right? So we can't say like if we can't say if we are not seeing God, that it doesn't means like it doesn't exist, right? So that's all.
Okay, let me explain that you are telling continuously that if we got cut anywhere in our body or in our skin, it automatically gets repaired. There is a scientific reason behind that. It is happening just because of cell diffusion. If you got a cut, then our cell start diffusing and they just
Okay, why
repair.
cell diffusion working?
Because
Why?
of
There is scientific phenomena.
there is a scientific reason behind that.
Okay, like but it is happening now, like it is created automatically, it is happening automatically. We cannot do anything for that, like we cannot create any skin, right? We cannot create any skin. So that's the reason I am believing on God.
So what do you think? Like if you are not creating something, that means that thing
That is created by
someone.
No, I can't say like God. We can call anything like God, like many of the people
So
like
why are
call
why are you
Bhagwan
calling-
and Allah and many more names. We can call anything, like that's energy, that's soul. I don't know who is that, but like people, majority of the people call that God. That's why we also call God. Okay, so we can call God or other things, but yeah, it exists. Something exists. That's why it all happening. Okay,
I just
that's
want
it.
to know the explanation of what is something that whom you are calling God,
Okay, I'm saying na.
and
yeah.
why you call him or her God?
Okay, I am calling God because like many years ago, like someone called God. Okay, that energy. Okay, that's why we are repeating that word. That is God. Okay, but if we like we are students and we can understand, right, what is happening. We can feel. We can understand what is happening, so we can call anything, doesn't matter what you call. Okay, like if you call any friends, like some friends call like she is Sandhya. Okay, I call her Sandhya, you call her something other name, he call her other by other name. Okay, that it doesn't means like she is not Sandhya. Okay, she is something now, she is a girl, she is something. Okay, doesn't matter, we can call what we call her. Okay, but she is something. That's
can
it.
you-
So
can you cut
it is
it
not.
short?
It
Like,
is not
can you
about
cut it
the
short?
name. Okay, it is something that exists.
No, you are elongating the thing. Can you cut it short? What exactly you want to convey us so that we can like reply you? What you want to say? Like if you are mentioning cut and feelings and something happening in human body, that's a totally scientific phenomena behind it. We have doctors when we know each and every part of our
Okay,
body.
science is working. I agree. Science is working. Because, but why? Why it working?
Of course
why
it works.
happens?
Because
Okay.
we have studied it. We
Yes,
have studied it.
yes.
And you can't try. You can't say like.
But we cannot create now.
Of course we can
cannot
create. Of
that
course we can
science.
create.
We cannot create
We
that
can create
science.
human being.
It is no. We
Of
cannot.
course,
create.
how our populations are growing. Just because we are human being can
Okay,
create
but-
one like us.
Okay, but for increasing the human beings,
Yes.
okay, there is need to two people, right?
Yes.
And
That's the
why
scientific reason.
okay, but why it works? Okay, we cannot create any two things. Okay, right? We create pen, books. It don't have like क्या बोलते हैं सर इसको? Yes. So they are not living things and they cannot create, they cannot increase population, right? So I am just saying, like we cannot create anything yet
And that is
that
never.
increase increase population,
that
right?
increasing.
Yes,
That
that
means there should be someone that I can do agree.
Yes.
But if you're talking about human body, it is well known. Like we have a doctor and we have a study a lot on
but
this.
doctor cannot create human being. The doctor can only
treat, but not
only
create,
treat.
right?
Treat
Human
only.
being, no need to doctor. Doctor is first human being, and we human being are able to create like someone like us.
Okay, but human being
If
where
you
they
talk
are
about,
coming
if you
from?
talk about sun, tree, then I will think about it. Maybe
Okay,
just
okay.
because of it has not been proved.
You all guys are said that as I heard God doesn't exist. Have you seen God? If I will say that I have seen God, do you believe that? No. And you tell that there is no proof of God. In chemistry we study that our body is made up of panchtantra, fire, water and air and other two things, etc. And it is already mentioned in our holy book. And when you talk about that scientists, doctors, they can only treat. They have the power to create robot, but they don't give the birth to that. They make the statue, but they don't give the birth. And have you study our holy book? In when whatever we study in our books nowadays in science, and it is already have mentioned, it is originated from there. It is origin of life, origin anything which is related to in our holy book already. And there is a many proofs that Radha Krishna exist. In Vrindavan, still the temples were closed at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. And many of the in news channels have seen that there are many reporters who also doubt in the God doesn't exist, and for that they also investigate behind this, and they found that
Talking about Adi Hakikat Ara Pasanna, the reporter.
no sir, it is not that, it is something other. And I have seen, and it is all and when we talk about our feeling, we feel when I was crying, when I was sad, then I feel that God is always with me, always forever. And you know what, anything depends on our karma. Then if you can't do anything, then how will you success? God helps the someone who helps them.
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Sir, like saying like if don't do anything, how you will get success? I am getting success just because I was doing hard work. And similarly, she mentioned like in chemistry book there is written like God is made of five. Sorry, what you call
Not
it?
God,
Five
body. Our body,
body.
is made
So-
up of panchtantra.
Okay, so of course body is made up like whatever element is there. I do agree, but I listen that she
And who
told
made
God,
this, sir? Chemically
but
made.
God is not like there is no evidence like God is made of anything. And if there is written, there is no proof that thing is right,
Sorry
because
to
scientifically it
interrupt.
has not been like
I
proved.
told that not about the God. Our body is made up of
Of course,
panchtantra.
I know body is made of
And
like carbon and
it is your mindset. You can't force to anyone that God doesn't
I'm not
exist.
forcing you. If God exists, if you have any proof you guys have, you can just show us, and then we will start
Yes,
believing
I
you.
will show.
Okay,
Like I need scientific reason, scientific proof. I know there is some energy is there, like karma is there. Like,
Okay, tell me if you can't, if any
I
time
want to
you
ask
didn't
one
go
thing
to
only.
temple, you didn't go to temple in your whole life.
Yeah,
Tell me.
I go every
I go.
day.
Then why do you? Why